Hi, I'm Adam from Audio Obsessions, and I'm here to help you with some of your everyday needs with technology. At Audio Obsessions, we sell devices that can help you manage everything from your basic audio-video system to your lighting and your HVAC, any type of security systems, driveway sensors, motion sensors, all kinds of things can be integrated into a whole home automation system. When I speak with most people, they seem to get real, I think, over confused about what that means to them. And so then I start talking to them about their basic audio video system and the need for automation within it. Most people have flat panel televisions, Blu-ray players, some type of an audio receiver with some speakers, and then a cable box or a DirecTV box so that you can get a good high definition service. Of those people, most of them are using multiple remotes to control these devices. Some of them are using universal style remotes to control these devices. But very few consumers actually have an automation device managing their units. So I'm here to show you what automation can do even for your simple audio video equipment. So in our project here we have a Control4 home theater controller. It's connected to all of our equipment that's kind of hidden behind the cabinets in here because we want to show people how to get a nice clean look in their living room. But it doesn't matter if it's sitting on a table on the wall. Doesn't really matter. What does matter is that when you come home and you pick up a remote like this, you want to look at that remote and you want it to be intuitive. The Control4 remote has a very simple button labeled watch. I like to program it so that when you hit that watch button, it does everything you need to do to enable the viewing experience that's most commonly called for in that room. So here we are in my showroom. Most people that come into the showroom are going to be watching a service. We use DirecTV at our showroom. So when I hit that watch button, that's what I want to automatically happen in our showroom. You know, it just basically brings up the DirecTV box, it turns on the receiver, all kinds of stuff behind the scenes. It turned on the receiver, it turned on the DirecTV box, it turned on the video switcher, basically did everything that you needed to do to make this happen. Now, the volume control is controlling the volume. You can see the on-screen display there. The mute is controlling mute. The channel is controlling the DirecTV's channel. Guide will control the guide. I mean, basically it's as if you had the DirecTV remote, your home theater remote, and the TV remote all glued in one, and you don't have to remember silly things like go back to the main menu, then press this button, or function, home, activity, select, watch, go, left, right, up, down. It's simple. You hit the watch button, it happens. Now, if I'm in the room, I have other devices. If I want to watch something else, I made it so that when you hit the watch button, it then switches to the next device. So in our showroom, we basically have three devices. We have a waiting room satellite, we have a theater satellite, and then we have a Blu-ray player. So hitting that button automatically changes it. All these buttons still say map. They're going to work. If I hit channel, it's going to change the channel on the theater satellite. To the end user, it's as if all of those devices were embedded into this TV, and this was the remote for this TV. If I hit watch again, it's going to go to my Blu-ray player. So, you know, I just wait a second here. It does all the switching for me. It's using an HDMI switch. So the HDMI is doing its basic authentication, and then the Blu-ray is up. You know, I hit select. It selects on the Blu-ray player. If I hit fast forward, it's fast forward on the Blu-ray player. So basic audio video, very, very simple. Now I'm going to show you some things to go beyond basic audio video. With the Control4 remote, you'll notice there's one button that stands out. It's a 4 button. When you press that 4 button, what happens is it will automatically change the input on the television. It'll bring up a list of all of the devices that you have connectivity with in that room. So you can see we have a security tab, a watch tab. I apologize, it also will time out and show your family photos if you're not using that screensaver. So we just put some nice Windows images up here. But essentially, it's made so that you can go through and you can make your selection. So a lot of people have large music libraries. Control4 helps you automate that music library. They take a look at your local music. They connect to your Rhapsody music. So I can connect to Rhapsody. I can go down to a channel guide. I can look at what, you know, popular channels are on the Rhapsody Music channels, or I can even go to my own Rhapsody account and I can look at my artist, my albums, my playlist. But here they have holiday music. It's almost Christmas time here, so I might as well cue a little holiday music. When I press play on holiday music, it's almost as if, again, it was built into the TV, and it basically switches inputs on my receiver. It does everything it needs to do to make that happen. Scaling from there, show you a couple other things real quick. I can go down, I can show you the comfort tab. That brings up both of my HVAC controllers. So I have a thermostat in the bay area, I have a thermostat in the waiting room area. When I click on one, it'll open up a full window. It'll show me what I have my settings set to 70 degrees. I have the heat on. I can change the settings. I can go to the program menu and change that. I can go back. I can go over to the lighting menu. I can look at different lights that I want to be able to control from this room. So in this room, I have a couple different lights that are in my viewing area. I have some waiting spots, some kiosk lights, foyer dimmer. Let me just go over and I'll toggle some of these for you. So let's see, right here we have the waiting room spots, and we'll go ahead and we'll turn those down. And then we'll go to the entry recessed, and we'll turn those down, and then you'll see something happen. Okay, if I want to turn them up, I can turn them up, select a percentage. Okay, if I want to turn up the spotlights that are on the artwork back here, I can do that. Okay, going back to the main menu, you'll also see that I have a tab for my security system. I can look at my security panel, and I could actually arm it or disarm it from my bedside. If I want to disarm the security panel, it's going to pull up a virtual keypad and tell me if it's ready to arm, not ready to arm. We're moving around, so it's not ready to arm right now. But I can also go back and I can look at my IP cameras. So I have, you know, whatever IP cameras that I have in the facility. So I have one that's looking at my my installation facility in the back. I can bring that up full screen, and it's a wireless camera, so it's buffering the image. Should get it up. Or not. Let me hit next and see if the kiosk camera. Awesome. Oh, there we go. There it is. So our bay camera's having temporary, there it is. So, you know, it can show you the image. That can be nice if you're in bed and you want to check different things. Pool, front door, driveway. Going back into our main menu, you know, that pretty much covers what we're doing in this area. I do have another neat little trick that if I, on my remote, which by the way, my remote also gives me full access to all those different devices that I just showed you. So I can actually go on to my Rhapsody library right through my remote. So I can select artist right through the remote. It acts as if it's kind of like an iPod of sorts. So I can go in and select something right from my remote. And this is really, really handy when you're on the back deck doing some grilling and you don't have, you know, a TV right nearby. So it's nice to be able to do that. But I can also take my remote, and sometimes I like to, when I'm playing music, I like to shut all the TVs off. So I created a little thing where all TVs off, and now my TV goes away, but I'm still playing music, which is nice. Switching gears a little bit, I did that on a very simple system remote. It's nice to have a simple system remote in every room that you have a TV. However, we also can use the iPad to do everything that I just showed you. And you notice I haven't even touched it. I did pick it up, but it's actually showing the cover art, the name of the artist, the name of the song that's playing, the album that it's from. I can tap to unlock it. It's right here in the waiting room. It gives me all those different devices that I just showed you on the on-screen interface. They pop up on the iPhone. Nice thing about the iPhone, it's very fast, which is really cool because you can flip through these different pages really, really quick. You know, you can look at your cameras. You can look at your HVAC. You can look at your security system. You can look at your sensors on your security system. You can actually hit an all sensors, and you can look at every single thing glued to your security system. Okay. Let's see, what else is cool that we can show you? Well, the Listen tab, it's a great way to navigate your music, because you can go to your music. You can say, let's see here, my music.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Artist. Albums.
Brother, it is.
It'll cue a list of all of my albums that I have glued into my Rhapsody account. Bring all those up. It's coming. I have about 1,000 albums, so I have to give it a little time. There it goes. So here's all my albums. The iPad, as most people know, has this motion-based movement. It's very, very fluid. It makes it really nice to go in and select whatever selections you want to make. So if I click on Amos Lee and I click on Colors, popular song, hit play now, it'll jump to that song. This is also, I guess, nicer than that when you're grilling to have this.